Ria Takahashi finally joins the harem. After watching the PVs for the second season of 100 Girlfriends, this was the character I was the most worried about. Iku was the character that I was the most worried about because she's the masochist character. She likes to get hurt. And I'm like, oh, I love Ria Takahashi so freaking much, but I don't know if I'm gonna like this character. She was selling it in the PV, and she was definitely selling it in this episode. Like, again, like typical, like with the whole like guild receptionist show, Ria Takahashi sells it. Sure, her voice acting is just so phenomenal. There's a reason why she's like an SSS plus tier Seiyu. This lady can just nail the character and just pretty much take over the show. She just takes it over. But yeah, they took it in a really interesting direction with her character. Honestly, she's just very dedicated, and I'm sure that every black company is going to be lining up to hire her once she gets that old. A girl that's willing to work all night like that just because she doesn't want anybody else to be encumbered. Yeah, this girl is prime for a black company to be exploited. Hopefully Rentaro in the future, when they get married and everything, hopefully he keeps her from getting a job. Just let her be a stay-at-home I don't know, a baseball player. I mean, she's probably going to want to be a pro baseball player. Let's be honest. The episode overall, though, was really fantastic. Just a really fun episode. I love the later bits of it. My gosh, we got a Shizuka voice line. We have I was like one of those moments where I'm like, holy crap, did she just talk? Like, we don't get Shizuka ever saying anything, and she literally just said something. Oh my gosh, girl is so freaking cute. But no, let's get into the episode proper, opening up with, yes, all the girls realizing after all this eating, they have gained a little weight. The woman's worst enemy, the weight scale. Now, granted, technically not Kurumi and not Mei. Like, the two of them are fine, because Kurumi could just burn through it all, and Mei's, like, I guess probably never eats, because she has to be ordered to eat. But yes, they all want to work out, and then Rentaro goes off to run into Iku, which, yes, is finally our introduction of the character that I've been dreading the most. But, again, she nails it. And yeah, the fact that she's trying to recruit people for the baseball team, because their members apparently are overseas training. That's how dedicated they are, and she's staying behind, and she has to get more. Now, this is the weird thing, and I mean, don't overthink it, because it's just a stupid rom-com. It's just a dumb comedy. Don't overthink it. If they're going overseas to train for their baseball club, why is it going to be a problem they leave? I guess the idea here is they literally transferred. Like, they left the school and transferred to an American school, and thus they're no longer in the club. That's probably what happened there. But the dedication is strong, and she's staying behind. It's a side of me that almost thinks, like, none of this makes any sense. Like, why would she not go with them? She wanted to keep the club open for them to come back. Like, they're never coming back. It's just odd. And again, it all plays into her character that she just likes to overwork herself. She likes to push herself really hard because no pain, no gain, basically. So that's like her whole shtick, is that she just loves pain because it shows that she's getting stronger, she's pushing further, and that she's getting gains. And so she just desperately wants to swing her bat day and night, sitting out there waiting for people to join her club. It was weird. The moment that her eyes just went hearts and she's getting all into it, yeah, that's her character. She's going to be the masochist character. Now, here's where things get really, really interesting, and I really thought that they were going to take this in an extremely wrong direction. But yes, at some point, Iku and Rintaro, they're training together, and she's fallen in love with him. I like that they're getting around this whole idea of trying to hide the fact they're in love after the whole zap happens. I think they kind of did that before with Nano and stuff, and so they're not doing that again. But I thought they were going to take this in a different direction. The moment that Iku sees Rintaro in the hall with Nano, I was like, whoa, are they actually going to have a character that believes that he's taken already and they're going to not pursue? What? Like, all these characters, like, the moment they fall in love and he does something to kind of get them all doki doki and accept his love, he just takes them before all the other girls and boom, they're all good. Like, they never question the idea that he has a harem. They never question the idea that he's already taken. They just kind of go with it. And so when she sits there in that hallway and she watches Nano and Rentaro, I'm like, oh, wow, he's already taken. She's going to be heartbroken. She's not going to pursue him anymore. And then cut the next scene and literally they do the whole freaking thing, like, where she's being rejected and she likes it. I'm like, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. No, she just literally got, like, all, like, flustered and loving the fact that she's been rejected and heartbroken. It feels really good. Like, there's no pain more severe than heartbreak. And so he's literally doing it again because he realized that she was watching with the cuck face. She's the type that likes to be in the chair. I thought that's the direction ever to go. There was a side of me that's like, she's going to be that type. She's going to be the type that just has to constantly never have his love and constantly see him in love with others. And so she could be off to the side getting constantly heartbroken. She likes to watch. She likes to watch. The chair has been taken. Nobody else can sit in the chair. She's got the chair taken. Nobody else can have it. She's that type of person. But no, it's just a heartbreak. And I don't think they'll ever do that joke again. It was out of left field for me, honestly. When I realized that, I'm like, holy crap, that is so wrong. That is so freaking wrong. She likes to watch other people that she's in love with doing something. I mean, technically, that was sort of what they implied with Kanade and Hakkare at some point. So I guess it's not really that she'd be doing anything different there. But still, that aside, the scene where he does the fake out. What in the hell happened on my screen? Like, at first it shows Iku and she's super into it that he's rejecting her and she's getting all into it. Heartbreak feels so good. And then suddenly it cuts to Rentaro and he's like freaking jettisoning into the air from blood coming out of his mouth. I'm like, what is happening on my screen? This is stupid. I'm sorry. It's much. And I'm sorry, it was a bit much. It was just a bit too absurd. I know it's hard to say that, but it was a bit too absurd. But yeah, him jetting up in the air because it was so difficult for him to say that he didn't love her, that he was rejecting her, and it hurt so freaking much, and that he in fact wants to, date her. It was weird. The whole thing is weird. Again, it's so funny that there's like this hint that she's getting rejected, that he's already taken, but then there's no hesitation to the idea that he's accepting her. But again, I do like the fact that Rentaro, being good boy that he is being very clear, like, I do have 8 girlfriends, and I'm going to do everything I can to make them happy, and you're welcome to join. Like, he's not dancing around it. It's like, again, they did that a little bit in the first episode of the series overall, but he's very clear with them exactly what he's going to do. He's a good boy. But anyways, joins a harem, really quickly wants to be punished because she wants to be initiated. And she also feels that she's not as beautiful as everybody else, so she feels belittled, and so she wants to be hit with the baseball bat. Kusudi's like, sure, I'll do it. I like the fact that Nano is pointing out that the bunch of weirdos are showing up very quickly. They're like, yeah, we pretty much had somebody join like the last episode, and now there's somebody else again. But no, Hahari's over there like, what kind of Bonsu do you like? Girl's so weird. But yeah, that gets into the practice, which again, full of some really funny moments with them playing catch. And yes, Hahari and Hakkare both being equipped with extra equipment that makes them cheat. The fact that Hahari could distract people, and Hakkare's over there catching it. They have the extra equipment for it. Kusudi the entire time literally going all chuny. Like, what is with the Kusudi chuny thing? I never know that was like her whole thing, that she wants to act like a chuny. So she is over there with the 2 mitts or like 3 baseball bats. But no, like I said, the star of this whole segment was Shizuka. Not only just Mei throwing the ball to her and having to roll it on the ball for her just because she doesn't want to hurt Shizuka, but the fact that, again, we had Shizuka actually say something and swing the bat. And just start twirling around in a circle. Freaking Hahari's just getting all into it just like me. It was cute. It was super cute little segment there. But now that all leads into Iku's kind of character moment here where we see that she is working way too hard. And I do like this because it's something that she can technically get over, but it's still technically a part of her character. And the idea that she's basically trying to push herself too much. We've already established that she likes pain. This is a girl that likes to push herself to the point where, yeah, her muscles are tearing and whatnot, and she's getting stronger. She likes that pain. She likes to push herself to the limit. That's something that she really craves. Makes sense, sort of. I wouldn't go that far, but it makes sense to me. It actually logically makes sense to me. But additionally, on top of that, she's trying desperately to make this whole thing work out. And as everybody's trying to help her, she doesn't want to let them down. It seems like that's probably a thing with her friends as well. Her friends going overseas to train themselves even harder. She feels the obligation to keep the club open for them. This is where we met. This is where I'm going to keep the place open. So I'm going to work really, really hard to keep this thing open. It's happening here as well. Okay, they're all helping me, and I don't want to let them down. So I'm going to train overnight over and over again. I don't want them to waste their time. So I'm going to make sure that I can carry this. They're probably not going to be able to do much at the game itself. I'm going to push myself. But again, I think that's probably what they're going to get into in the next episode, is that they're going to show we're here too. I mean, they said that the last of the episode. They're going to train with her too. They all want to help her so that she doesn't have to carry all the weight. You can rely on us. That's what the Rentaro family is all about. It's not, do things on your own. It's we do it together kind of thing. I think that's the direction they're going to go. The idea that she's going to settle down, we'll handle it, we can do this together kind of thing. So it's kind of cute. But no, I like the fact that Hahari the entire time's under the bed. I caught it when Rentaro first comes to the door. You see Hahari down there underneath the bed. And then he's talking to her, and you can see her head like poking out over there. It's in the manga too. I was like, that's so freaking dorky. She's in there waiting to take pictures of her all day. It was dorky. Hahari's too much, dude. Hahari just keeps climbing up that ladder for me like every second. I think that was everything. But yeah, Iku is definitely one that's an obvious wordplay. I mean, of course, for those who don't know, literally every one of these characters has a wordplay to their name. I mean, Kusuri was the most obvious, I think, when that one first came out. I'm like, I've heard Kusuri so many times, even though I'm not like fluent Japanese. You hear Kusuri and you're like, yeah, that's Medicine. With Iku, yeah, being let's go. She's all about go, Ganbari. Let's go off to something. Let's go do something kind of thing. She's a go-getter. That was an easy one as well. Oh yeah, I forgot them asking Hahari to make sure the club doesn't close. I thought the same thing. I'm like, girl, you're part of the council. You could just tell them not to shut it down. She's like, oh, well, I can't use my power like that. Why would you think that I would abuse my power like that? I don't know. You're hanging out with your boyfriend who's a student on the roof of the school. It's a little abuse of your power, is it not? To hang out with your boyfriend who's up on the roof and kissing him? I think our morals are out the window at this point, lady. Anyhow, really good episode. Really enjoyed it. Love this series so much. But I hope you guys enjoyed my video. As always, if you did, hit the like button down below. If you like this content, you want to support channel more, I have links in the description below. Greatly appreciate it. Until next time, y'all take care.